Have you ever stopped to wonder what's stopping you from reaching your full potential? It's a question that doesn't always have a straightforward answer, but often, the key lies in one simple word: self-control. Self-control, in its essence, is a battle between our short-term desires and our long-term goals. It's the ability to resist immediate gratification in the pursuit of something greater, something more enduring. It's like a muscle. The more we use it, the stronger it gets. Now you may be asking, why is self-control so important? Well, think of it this way. Imagine you're a ship sailing towards a destination. Your goals are the destination, and self-control is the rudder that keeps you on course. Without it, you're at the mercy of the winds and currents, easily thrown off course by distractions and temptations. But with it, you have the power to steer your path, to keep moving towards your goals, no matter what challenges come your way. Self-control plays a critical role not just in our personal lives but also in our professional success. It's what enables us to meet deadlines, to stay focused in meetings, to resist the lure of social media when we should be working. It's what empowers us to make tough decisions, to take risks, to push through obstacles and keep going even when things get tough. But here's the thing about self-control. It's not something that we're born with. It's not a trait that's passed down through our genes. It's a skill. Something that we can learn, something that we can improve. And just like any skill, it requires practice. It requires patience. It requires persistence. So if you've ever felt like you're not living up to your full potential, if you've ever felt like you're being held back by your own lack of self-control, remember this. You have the power to change. You have the potential to grow. You have the ability to improve your self-control, to steer your own ship, to reach your own destination. Self-control is not inherited, it's a skill, and like any skill, it can be improved. But what is self-control really? Let's dive deep into the psychological perspective of this intriguing concept. Self-control, also known as self-regulation, is the ability to manage your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors in pursuit of long-term goals, often in the face of short-term temptations. It's like a tug-of-war between two conflicting desires within our minds, one craving immediate pleasure, and the other advocating for long-term rewards. Imagine you're sitting in a cozy cafe, the aroma of freshly baked cookies wafting through the air. Your mind instantly craves the sweet, buttery delight. That's your desire for instant gratification kicking in. It's a powerful force, driven by our primal instincts for survival and pleasure. But then, there's another voice in your head, the voice of reason. It reminds you of your health goals, of the promise you made to yourself to limit sugar intake. This voice represents your long-term rewards, the benefits that are not immediate but immensely gratifying nonetheless. Now this is where self-control steps in. It's the ability to resist the temptation of the cookies and stick to your health goals. It's the power to prioritize long-term satisfaction over instant pleasure. This struggle between immediate desires and long-term objectives is at the heart of self-control. It's like a constant balancing act, where we're trying to make decisions that align with our long-term goals, even when they might conflict with our immediate desires. But remember, self-control is not about completely denying yourself of all pleasures. It's about making conscious, well-thought-out choices that align with your long-term goals. It's about understanding the difference between what you want now and what you want most. In essence, self-control is a superpower that allows us to navigate our lives effectively, giving us the ability to make decisions that are in our best interest, even when they're not the easiest or most appealing in the moment. Self-control is the power to say no to short-term temptatives and yes to long-term benefits. So, you're wondering how to boost your self-control? Well, you're in luck. There are several strategies that can help you strengthen this crucial skill. Let's dive right in. Firstly, setting clear and achievable goals is paramount. Having a clear direction gives your mind a roadmap to follow. It's like a GPS for your brain. Your goals should be specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound, or as the cool kids call it, SMART. By setting SMART goals, you give your self-control a clear target to aim at. Next, let's talk about mindfulness. This isn't just some new-age mumbo-jumbo. Mindfulness is about being present in the moment, paying attention to your thoughts, feelings, and body. It's about understanding your triggers and reactions and then making conscious, controlled decisions. It's like being the driver, not the passenger in your own mind. Mindfulness can be practiced through meditation, yoga, or simply taking a few moments each day to breathe and focus on your senses. Now, on to building habits. Imagine if self-control was like brushing your teeth, something you do without even thinking about it. That's the power of habits. Start small, like making your bed every morning or drinking a glass of water before your morning coffee. These little victories can snowball into larger successes. As Aristotle once said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence then is not an act but a habit. But here's the kicker. Consistency is key in all these strategies. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is self-control. It's a muscle that needs to be worked out regularly. Slip-ups will happen, but don't let them discourage you. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep going. Remember, boosting self-control is a journey, not a destination. It's about progress, not perfection. So set those goals, practice mindfulness, build those habits, and most importantly, be consistent. You've got this. Obstacles on your journey to better self-control, we all face them. Let's start with stress. It's a universal experience, and it can be a significant hurdle to self-control. When we're under stress, our brains enter a state of high alert, which can make it harder to make rational, long-term decisions. But stress isn't unbeatable. You can manage it with techniques like deep breathing, meditation, or even just taking a few minutes to disconnect from whatever's causing you stress. Next up, we have distractions. In our hyper-connected world, distractions are everywhere, from the ping of a notification to the lure of a new TV series. These distractions can pull us away from our goals, making it harder to exercise self-control. The key here is to create an environment that supports your self-control efforts. Maybe that's switching your phone to silent during work hours, or deciding to watch that new TV series only after you've finished your tasks for the day. Last, but certainly not least, is the lack of motivation. This is a tricky one because motivation often feels like it's out of our hands, something that just happens to us. But the truth is, we can cultivate motivation. Find what drives you, what makes you want to get up in the morning and stick to your self-control goals. Maybe it's the desire to be healthier, or to be more productive, or to have more time for the things and people you love. Whatever it is, use that as your fuel to keep going even when things get tough. Remember, hurdles aren't roadblocks, they're opportunities to learn, to grow, and to become better at managing your self-control. They're also a reminder that this journey isn't a straight line. There will be ups and downs, successes and failures, but every step, every hurdle overcome brings you closer to your goal. Overcoming hurdles is part of the journey. Embrace them and keep moving forward. Scene script. Ready to unlock the power of self-control? Imagine having the ability to wave a magic wand and instantly improve your focus, skyrocket your productivity, enhance your relationships, and catalyze your personal growth. Now what if I told you that this magic wand is already in your hands, waiting to be wielded? It's called self-control, and it's one of the most potent tools at your disposal. When you harness the power of self-control, you become the master of your mind, rather than its servant. You gain the capacity to direct your thoughts and actions towards your goals, instead of being led astray by fleeting impulses or distractions. This increased focus is like a laser beam that cuts through the noise and clutter, helping you to zero in on what truly matters. But the magic of self-control doesn't stop there. It's also a productivity powerhouse. With self-control, you can resist the temptation to procrastinate or take the easy route. Instead, you push through the challenges, keep your eyes on the prize, and get the job done. The result? You achieve more, and you do it faster and better. The benefits of self-control extend into your relationships as well. It allows you to react thoughtfully instead of impulsively, to listen more and talk less, to express empathy instead of judgment. In other words, it enables you to build stronger, deeper, and more meaningful connections with others. And last, but certainly not least, self-control fuels your personal growth. It empowers you to break bad habits, develop new skills, overcome fears, and step out of your comfort zone. It's the key to becoming the best version of yourself. So, are you ready to seize this power? Are you ready to take control? To make the most of your potential, and to create the life you've always wanted? Remember, the journey to improved self-control isn't always easy, but it's always worth it. The power to control yourself is the power to change your life. Start your journey today.